I at the time thought I was the best young actor in the world. First time I saw Jimmy work was just amazing. I was really very proficient, what I call the English School of Acting, where I did line readings, gestures, preconceived everything, knew exactly what I was going to do. And it was the first time I'd ever seen anybody improvise or create things that weren't on the written page. You got to start learning how to do things and not show them. And I said, what does that mean, do something and not show it? And he said, well, like if you smoke a cigarette, you got to learn to smoke the cigarette, not act smoking the cigarette. You know? Just smoke the cigarette. If you're drinking like a cup of coffee or a drink or whatever, you've got to drink the drink, not act drinking the drink. And if you're looking, you've got to look. The easiest thing to do is to act that, but in point of fact, you must really look, really drink, really smoke, and really be in the moment-to-moment reality, moment-to-moment reality, and never preconceive any ideas about how the scene should turn out, or whatever. I was watching the work, and the work was incredible, so I didn't know what he was doing, but I wanted to know. And then on the Chicky run, and Rebel Without a Cause, I finally physically grabbed him, threw him in the car, and I said, I got to know what you're doing. How could he help me? How could he help me understand to do this? And he asked me before he volunteered any information about the work, he asked me if I hated my mother and my father. And I thought this was strange questioning, you know. And he said, you did, didn't you? And I said, well, yeah, I did. I resented them and I hated them. He said, they want you to do something else besides be an actor? And I said, yeah, they want me to be an engineer, lawyer, doctor, something, you know, anything but an actor. And he said, well, that's why you want to be an actor, because of that. And he said, I lost my mother when I was very young, and when she first when she first left me, I used to go to her grave. I used to sneak out and go to her grave and cry on her grave and say, Mother, Mother, why did you leave me? And that turned into, Mother, I hate you, I resent you, I'm going to show you, I'm going to be somebody, I'm going to be great. He would watch me act and give me tips. He asked me to watch him as an old man. He kept saying, do I look old enough? And I said, Jimmy, you look so old, it looks like you're so decrepit that there's no way in the world you could even make love to this girl, much less marry her. I mean, there's no way, you know, I mean, you really look, he was very happy about the fact that I thought that he looked that old. I was just devastated by his death. I don't think I've ever gotten over it. It blew my whole sense of destiny and how things operate in this strange life that we're all involved in here on this planet. But I just couldn't believe that somebody as talented, as gifted, and as extraordinary as James Dean died before his potential was fulfilled.
I can't think of another actor who achieved stardom so quickly, who held it for such a short time, and then kept it for such a long time. James Dean became a star in 1 calendar year and then left us. But he's still being talked about. He's still being revered. He's still being iconized 40 years later. I don't think there's another example like it in the entire history of movies.